Hello there YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today, this is part 14 I believe of our Xenoblade Chronicles 2 playthrough. So in the last episode, in the last part we did kind of rush through the remainder of chapter 6, didn't really do any sightseeing or anything. We saved Pyramithra from... Well, we got to Tantal and made our way to the capital, which I met with the King of Tantal, Zeke's father. Unfortunately, in his mind, the Aegis was a threat to the world and he imprisoned her and us. We managed to escape the prison and rescue Pyra. Unfortunately, in the process of rescuing Pyra, we damaged something within the Titan, which is the Mega Feta, which we actually went to Tantal to get in the first place, and we had to go and put that right. So we travelled across Tantal to do that. Oops. Whilst then, once we arrived, we managed to fix the Feta, and we were about to leave with it when we got into a battle with Akos, Mikhail and Petroka, who are 3 members of Torna. It transpired that they are flesh eaters, I believe was what they were, and after defeating them in battle, we came across, Jin arrived and kicked our backsides basically, resulting in everyone, or Rex almost dying and Zeke being quite seriously injured. The only way to stop the fighting was for Pyra to threaten to destroy herself, using the laser off of Ion, her artifice, because Jin's elemental power is being able to move faster than as fast as the speed of light, as fast as the speed of light, and that was the only thing she had that would move faster than him. So they essentially agreed to let everyone else go, and they took her prisoner. And I believe that's pretty much where we pick things up. We are going to progress story today, but at the same time, I wanted to fill out start filling out some of the affinity charts a bit specifically on the blades we have active. Excuse me. So we may not quite get as much story done today as we have done previously. Anyway, let's crack on, shall we?
Praetor Amalthus.
What is it?
I have a report to make regarding the situation with the Aegis in Tantal.
Please, come inside.
Yes, Your Eminence.
So, Jin finally has his hands on the Aegis. It seems the boy wasn't good for much after all. Unless he can find what is lost.
Your Eminence?
Hector,
Yes?
prepare the ceremony.
At once, Praetor.
Rex, still sleeping? It 2 days now.
His injuries were quite severe. The worst is over, but his body needs time to recover.
He'd better get well soon, or... Rex? What's that?
I'm leaving.
But where will you go?
Good question. Can't live on Gramps anymore. Maybe I'll head for Argentum.
Rex, you...
What the hell are you talking about, Argentum? What about Pyra? Do you know how desperate the situation is? Or have you finally lost it, you idiot?
I know, okay? It's just...
Just what?
I'm done.
Done?
When I became the driver of the Aegis, her driver, I felt like I could do anything. But I was just kidding myself. All I've managed to do is hurt her. Again and again. So, I'm done.
Oh, for crying out loud, Rex! She got herself caught to save you!
I know. So what?
So what?
Those guys are way out of my league. I can't beat them. It's hopeless. I understand that now. She'll be safe with them. They're not going to hurt her like I do. So, I'm leaving. I've just been kidding myself all along. Me, a driver, in the end, salvaging is all...
You bloody idiot! Hurts, yeah? But that pain's nothing compared to what Pyra must be feeling right now. She went with those bastards knowing full well how much it would hurt. For our sake, not hers.
I get it, I know. But what do you want me to do? I couldn't even slow him down. Even the Artifice's attack couldn't touch him. What chance do I have against a guy like that? The more I fight, the more Pyra gets hurt. She'll be better off without me by her side.
Do you actually mean that? Do you not have the slightest idea how it felt for her to leave you?
With me here, he'll suffer even more, lose even more. So maybe Rex is better off without me. Rex, and the whole world, they don't need me. That's just how it feels.
Pyra thought you'd be better off if she was dead. Did you know that? She is planning to sacrifice herself to defeat them.
Huh?
You drove her to this, but here you are, giving up! You said you'd get Pyra to Elysium, didn't you? You'll eat your words just like that?
Hey, Mum, Dad, it's been a while. A ton happened, you know? I became a driver. And this girl is Pyra, my new partner. I know you'd love her. We're going to Elysium, Pyra and me. I don't know what's coming next, but you'll be watching over us, right, guys?
Forget it. We'll rescue her on our own. This loser, he's not the Rex we joined up with. Let him go wherever the hell he wants.
Come now. Let's not start fighting amongst...
Let's give them a chance to work this out, shall we?
You know,
Nia quite right. Rex definitely not behave like himself. Giving up after one loss? That not Rex I know at all.
but...
Now is not time for excuses!
But... Poppy?
Poppy is hurt to see Rex like this. Poppy and Master Pun are not real Blade and Driver. So Poppy and Master Pun looked up to Rex lots. Rex worked very, very hard to get this far. When Rex tries hard, Poppy and Master Pun try hard. Rex like bullseye we aim for. Without Rex, we not know which way to go. So please, Rex cannot give up and stop here.
Poppy.
My prince?
Chum!
Huh?
My old man wants to see you. Time to go.
Going to divert from the story for a few minutes. I'm just going to do some, as I said, I'm going to do some skill upgrades for my blades. So, all right. Oh, we haven't got them at the moment, so we can't do those two. Okay, of course. So, we can't do anything on the Zami skill chart until we've got that botany up trapped. So, Gorg, don't want to Gorg. What can we do on his? what I suspect is going to be better skill charts for us to do is actually look at the ones that we can't do some of these yet. We'll do that one. You've got level 4 and level 3. Oh, that's
I
nice.
will prove myself.
So we got to do on that. Okay. You know what, actually, sod it, let's not bother. For the meantime. I believe, though, what we can do, now we're in chapter 7, we may be able to get Tora's third blade, because he has a very specific blade that he can only use artificial blades, and there's only 3 of them in the game, so we have no other option but to.
Phew. That was a slog.
Let us go.
Now that Lila and Vic Tessa are pondering what to do next, should we improve Lila or work on power up the Poppy? Two enticing options. Here's me. Bloody hell, tower. Right, so why aren't they engaged? Oh, we can't do it till we've got Pyro back, so we can't do that yet, drat. Okay, so it looks like we are progressing the story for a little bit then. Sorry about that, chaps. Back to Tantal it is. Straight to the palace, that's where we've got to go anyway. Excuse me. Right.
Keep a close eye out for trouble.
Where do we go from here?
Right, what we are going to do though, is just quickly, hang on, we should have no crew back, so I've got.
Don't forget to pick up the spoils.
My catching's getting better.
I've still room. Aim higher!
Right, so next thing we're going to do. Nope, no, just gonna pop some blade, pop a third blade onto Rex just for combat purposes.
It sounds fun.
Did you know we put rock on? Because we've not had rock yet.
Pleased to meet you.
And we might be able to get a third rare blade or more red now, I'm not sure. His core crystal's woken up yet. Okay, we can't unlock the June. Okay. Alright. I will tell us what it's about. I was making sure we had. One more thing, sorry, I'm crap at navigating the menus at times. Pick up more mission.
Yes.
Everyone's counting on me. I hope you'll pray for my safe return.
Got it.
Just trying to look for the ones that have got them.
Got it.
I'll apply
Skills.
myself fully.
We will be the Gungnir Wardens. Don't worry. We will be back.
Best of luck to you.
Okay. Cool. So, let's crack on. So, this big bad birdie is Rock. So, he's only going to be in our weapons temporarily. So...
Are you all right to be up and about?
Yeah. I'm all healed up.
Sincere apologies. If I hadn't attempted to destroy the Aegis, they would never have.
If you'd done nothing, they'd have come for her anyway. You're not to blame, Your Majesty. It's my fault.
500 years ago, this kingdom was rent in twain. Some followed Adam, who sought to live with blades and titans as equals. Others opposed him, preferring to consider humans as the masters and titans as our tools. When Adam returned to the Ether, his rivals seized power, leveraging the power of the Omega Fetter. They declared themselves the Tantalese royal dynasty.
Claiming they were the hero Adam's descendants.
Precisely. My ancestors merely used the name of the beloved Adam in order to win over the people. Before long, we resolved to protect ourselves from meddlesome foreigners by descending deep into the Cloud Sea, taking the dirty secret of our family's lineage with us. The Praetorium, for their part, did not protest. Can you guess why?
No.
They offered to stay silent in exchange for a certain resource. An annual tribute comprising a fixed quantity of core chips. I have something I wish to show you.
What is it? What is this?
This is Gembu's ether flow. The Titan draws in the fabric of the Cloud Sea and uses it as a source of energy. This energy flows throughout the Titan's body in the form of ether. Refining and crystallizing this ether creates core chips. This process is what you see before you.
So, in other words, you're siphoning away a portion of the Titan's energy.
Our cold climate and poor harvests, they are the unfortunate side effects of this process.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
Core chips are vital to every nation's military and energy policies. The Praetorium desired this power.
How come?
Allrest at the time was in crisis. But for the Praetorium, it was a precious chance to expand their sphere of influence.
So they missiled in.
As a result, Tantal fell into a chronic energy shortage. Then, well, you saw for yourselves. Near frozen earth, failing crops, the Tantalese people are forced to live in abject poverty.
So why not just leave the Cloud Sea? Genbu can move, right? Just go somewhere warmer.
They fear contact with other nations. Too afraid it might expose the truth behind the legends they spun about Adam.
That would explain their isolationism.
Indeed. That was 5 centuries ago. Now the Aegis has awakened. The Praetorium is demanding we hand over the Omega Fetter. They are threatening to reveal our secret if we do not acquiesce.
Indollar? Threatening you?
I get it now. That's what was in that letter.
Enough was enough. I couldn't stand by and let the Tantalese people suffer any longer. Therefore, I made a decision.
And that's why you...
Yes. I knew there was a chance that the Praetorium would use the Aegis against us. But if I could neutralize her power, perhaps we would stand a chance of opposing them. Perhaps by saving my people from poverty, I could absolve the sins of my forefathers.
You didn't think about using the Aegis's power yourself?
Wielding such power is beyond my means. I am under no illusions. However, does the same apply to you? I felt something. When I looked in your eyes, I knew. Perhaps you are the one to whom we can entrust the Aegis's power.
Father.
In the end, it seems I only managed to make things worse. I can blame nothing but my own judgment. This tome records the deeds of the hero Adam. According to this, he saved the world from destruction using a white sword, and then disappeared, along with a red sword.
White and red. It must mean Mithra and Pyra's swords.
Whoever wrote this must have had a personal connection to Adam. And, most curiously, after Adam disappeared, the author of this book went looking for something.
Something.
The third Aegis sword.
There's a third.
Apparently, this sword was as transparent as diamond and gave off a clear, brilliant light. But Adam went his whole life without using the sword. In fact, he could not use it.
What do you mean, couldn't?
The sword was simply too powerful. Even he, the legendary hero, could not contain the power it commanded. And thus, fearing its power, he sealed it away somewhere. The author therefore surmised that this sword alone was the one true sword of the Aegis. Now, Rex, you were defeated by Jin. Doubtless that man is a powerful warrior. But even so, can this be right? Can the Aegis herself truly be outmatched by a single opposing blade? Would it not make more sense to presume that you lost because you have yet to unlock the true power of the Aegis?
You mean I'm the one who's been holding them back? Your Majesty, where is that sword? We have to find it somehow. We have to find that sword and rescue Pyro and Mithra.
Regrettably, the book does not specify the sword's location.
But there must be.
However, reading between the lines, it seems the author suspected that the sword lies somewhere in Lefthyria. It's not much, but that's where I would begin the search.
In Lefthyria.
Are you ready?
Huh?
Are you ready to do what it takes to be their true driver?
Gramps?
Well, are you, Rex?
Yes! Of course! I'm going to be the driver that Pyra and Mithra deserve. And then, I'm gonna take them to Elysium.
Then come with me. I'll show you the way.
My son,
Yeah?
I have a favor to ask of you as your king.
Well, that's a first. Are you feeling okay, old man? Maybe you're coming down with something.
The Aegis needs... No, rather, the boy needs protection.
You mean Rex?
Yes, I saw something in that boy's eyes. A light that must never go out.
Steady on, old man. People will get the wrong idea. Fine. Leave it to me.
Thank you.
Nah, it's not like I wasn't gonna go with him anyway.
You really can't judge a book by its cover. Who'd have thought that sweet-looking girl would threaten to destroy herself? Didn't she realize taking her own life would mean the boy died too?
Oh, she knew exactly what she was doing.
The whole thing was a bluff then?
No, not at all. The reason she gave her core crystal to the boy was to replace his heart after Jin put paid to it. An Aegis core encodes the blueprints for all life. She took advantage of that.
Incredible. I had no idea such a thing was possible. Aegises truly are a breed apart.
Cores are constantly accumulating data about the outside world. The fact that their injuries are mirrored is a result of their twin cores exchanging information. If you wanted to be poetic about it, you could say that their very lives are intertwined. But there's nothing to stop her from severing that link.
What do you mean?
Before issuing the kill order to the artifice, she would have transferred the remainder of her core to the boy, letting him live on, heart complete. An Aegis can survive for a short time without a core crystal. Don't ask me why. It's just how we were made.
Ah, so that's the reason Jin agreed to her terms.
He couldn't care less about the boy. But he wasn't about to lose this one. Simple as that.
Let's crack on, shall we? You know, I don't say too much about the cutscenes because I want people to. I've played through the game multiple times, so none of the cutscenes are particularly a shock to me because I played for it a lot of times. It's the first time, if you haven't played the game or you are watching this despite not having got this far yet, I'd like you to make up your own minds about what you're seeing, which is why I don't really talk about them much. Come on, Rex. For the moment, let's return to Fonset Village. Back to the village. I'll explain everything in detail once we get there. Let's just head for Fonset by now. Alright. We're not going to actually going to quickly go back in here because if I remember rightly there are some chests down around the back of the throne room. Which we can grab quickly. I can't remember if there's anything decent in them, but better to check than not.
Treasure acquired.
We're going to have to put something on Rook, because I haven't got anything on him, I don't think. We now have 3 wind blades in the party, which isn't ideal. Kind of regretting sending one of our one of our other blades off on a remote mission, so I'd probably be better off using him. But anyway.
You're all mine.
I believe there is actually another one somewhere, but I don't think we're going to track that down. So we need to make our way back to Left Theria. So we'll skip travel there. It should drop us pretty much straight into another cutscene. The beginning of this chapter is very cutscene heavy, so apologies that there's so much gameplay going on.
I'll follow you to the end.
Let's see if we've got any bonus HP. Almost forgot. Pyros teacher how to make a village speciality for you on the road. Here, I've written down the exact amount she can cook when she needs to make a meal. To see if we've got any bonus XP. She's cheap, this girl. Oh, you can level up. How many levels have we got? A couple of levels. Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling stronger than
I always
before.
take a free level up in this game.
Really?
When I'm playing
I'm
complete
still getting
game
stronger.
rather than to... Cool, blimey.
There is still much to learn.
The music.
More strong now.
Sorry, what I was saying. I'll always take free XP. Better to have be over leveled than significantly under leveled.
Did you have a restful sleep?
So we've done that.
Nice cat nap.
There we go.
What are we doing here?
Did you know Fonset has another name?
Huh?
Hero's Rest.
Hero? As in?
Indeed. Fonset Village was founded by Adam himself at the end of his travels. After the war, Adam charged me with protecting the village.
Was this village really that important?
What do you think I was protecting?
You mean it's...
Follow me.
No, where we're going. We're going straight down here and straight up those steps.
Huh.
Very much character models and wings in to run beyond Jigsaw. There is no.
The village guardian.
Just looks like a stone pillar to me.
They say that the village's guardian spirit dwells within. Gramps, what are we doing here?
Rex, try turning the stone tablet clockwise.
This? Huh? This crest, it's... I've seen it before.
Place your hand on it.
Here goes. What's this?
This passage leads into the very center of the archipelago. There lies the cavern known as Spirit Crucible Elpis.
That's quite a name.
This entrance and the gate of the Spirit Crucible are sealed in such a way that only a Leftherian can open them.
Ah, so that's why Jin needed me back then.
When Adam founded this village, he hid something deep within the body of the Titan that forms the archipelago's center.
You mean the missing sword?
I don't know how word of it got out, but many were led here by rumors of the legendary sword. More than a few have entered the Spirit Crucible, but none have ever returned.
Is it really that dangerous?
Adam wanted to ensure that the sword was securely sealed away. He put many measures in place to stop it falling into the wrong hands. Only the hands of someone worthy. Adam said that taking this sword would be the mark of the Aegis's true driver.
The true driver?
What do you say, Rex?
I'll do it. No. I have to do it. Every moment we waste, Pyra and Mithra could be...
Then you're ready for what lies ahead?
If you hadn't interfered back then, neither of us would have had to go through all this. Now then. Time to take back what I lost 500 years ago.
How he's still alive with his crystal in that state? Seriously? It's not normal.
The Aegis is the master blade. The first blade the architect forged. Malus can do things we can only dream of.
And how's he going to restore his core exactly?
He'll extract the data he's missing from the core of the other Aegis. Then all his power will be restored.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what will that do to her?
Well, if she's lucky, she'll live. As an empty husk, that is.
Rough deal. Malus doesn't hold back, huh?
Don't blame me for this. It's our father who made us this way. But don't worry. Once I meet him, I'll get the answers we're after. I need to know why we're like this. In any case, this world only needs one Aegis. Don't you agree, Pyra?
We return. Great work!
So we best crack on because things are going a bit Pete Tong, aren't they? Right, let's get these guys sorted out.
Are you satisfied?
I'll make use of this in the...
I feel I can get...
about blades.
Got it.
Everyone's counting on me.
I hope you'll pray for my safe
gotta
return.
step it up.
Yes, of course.
Got it.
I'll finish the job properly.
Just you wait. I'll get it done.
So let's them off.
I'm off then.
Just show me the way.
Yeah, got a little bit of time before they come back. Right, so in we go then, I guess. Actually, going into it would be a good idea. About to hit yet another cutscene, I'm afraid, chaps.
Joe Mac, what are you stumbling for?
Sorry, my lady. I've been feeling a little dizzy.
You too?
You too, Lady Bridget?
Yes, for a little while now. Though I'm still capable of standing.
Hey, same here. What's up with this place? It's kind of creepy.
What is going on here?
I feared as much.
Gramps, you knew this would happen.
The tales say that Spirit Crucible Elpis saps the strength of blades. It's one of the reasons why none have ever returned from its depths.
I say.
Ether flows scarce in this area. That may be cause of problems.
Like that time in the Tantalese Palace?
That not only thing. Glowing particles in air. They absorb ether. That is source of light.
So not only do you have less power, the power you do have is being absorbed. Well, that's jolly tragic.
You all right, Poppy?
Poppy just fine. Poppy never better.
Of course. You're an artificial blade, ain't you?
Right. So that basically means that our blades will be able to do far less damage than normal. With the exception of Poppy and...
Come out, come out!
Poppy QT.
In my
So I'd hoped
experience...
to be able to get QT quite early as well. Which is what we were trying to do right at the beginning, but unfortunately we can't access her until after we get Pyra and Mithra back. Which is a shame.
We have to cross that.
Yes, but we must proceed with caution. Once we enter, the blades will be sapped of most of their power. If they run out of energy, they might be forced to return to their core state, and there's a chance they could never be reawakened.
Pandy, you'd better just stay here and guard the fort.
Why just me? Don't you want me?
Don't ask dumb questions. You know very well why, don't you?
If I'm staying, you ought to stay.
I'll be fine. When am I ever not?
If you're going,
I'm ordering you to stay here.
Is there something wrong?
Pandoria was just agreeing to stay behind.
Nuh-uh! I'm going with you! We made a promise, didn't we? Don't you dare say you've forgotten! I go where you go. End of story.
Fine.
My lady,
I'm fine. We can't give up now we've come this far. Don't. I know what you're gonna say.
I understood.
I don't know what's in there, but apart from Tora and Poppy, we're all going to find our abilities severely weakened. Be careful, Rex.
Yes. Healing arts are going to be less effective too. One nasty wound and that'll be the end of you.
Yeah, I get that. Tora, Poppy, we'll need you on the front line.
You got it, Rex! Poppy is artificial blade, so request is very extremely not a problem. Technology saved the day! 3 cheers for Nopon know-how!
Where are Poppy's cheers?
Thanks, guys.
Don't just love a cutscene that tells you what you need, what characters to have enabled. They're right. To be fair. Right, let's put something into Rock's course. We didn't put any core chips on them, we didn't need. No, not that one. He's maxed out at the moment, so he can't do anything with those. So he's. No, I need the Lord Knight chip on him for something else. Something else. High crit rate though, anything else. Right, we'll have to put the engine chip on him then. Not ideal. I don't want to put the Lodronite chip on him because we're saving that for someone else. Later in the game. I might actually have to go back and buy another one later.
What have we here?
In my experience,
I'm going to try and not get aggroed by anything because I don't want to fight unless we absolutely have to.
Okay, bring it on.
No. See ya. God, he aggroes a long way. So I can get that collection point quickly.
Come out.
in my experience,
And actually what we're going to do is we're going to do something slightly different. So I'm actually going to change to control Tora for this section, I think. And it was a method to my madness.
are you all right?
Never better. I'm right as rain.
The deeper we go, the thicker these particles get. You can still turn back.
Thanks. Your concern is touching.
Worry about yourself, yeah? I can look after her.
Zeke, you don't look so good yourself. Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I didn't think it was worth mentioning, but,
How did you get that?
I told you about the time I almost bloody died, right?
My prince! Zeke! Not like this! Not here! Not for now! Just a little further! You can do it!
Just leave me. Go on without me.
No! If you die, I'll turn back into a core crystal. I don't want to forget everything.
Bandy, I'm sorry. I hope your next driver is better than me.
I don't want another driver. You're good enough. Prince Zeke. I refuse to forget our 10 years together. It's not going to happen. I'm not letting you die. Here. Bandits? Sucks. I don't want to be a bandit's blade. But I guess I won't remember anyway. Prince? Prince?
Fear not. He's going to be fine.
You saved him?
The fact that you're alive is proof of that, is it not? I had to transplant part of your core crystal into his heart. His wounds were grave. It was the only way to save you both.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Actually, I'm glad.
What? Why?
Knowing that a part of me is keeping you alive, I don't know, it's just nice.
Pandy.
What is it?
They do that? In Indol?
I guess you and I are more alike than you thought, chum. Though mine was just a surgical procedure.
You make it sound so simple. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
You know, the people of Indol can trace their roots back to Judicium.
Judicium? The creators of that Titan weapon thing from Temperantia?
Yeah, them. They carried out experiments, fusing blade and human cells, creating flesh eaters.
So, those practices persist in Indol?
Hey, so they took advantage of blade regeneration and patched me up with Pandy's core crystal, right? Since I have part of her core in me, I'm a blade eater or something.
A blade eater.
That's right. That's gotta be why this place is getting to you, too.
It's all good. Let's just push on.
Alright, let's plow on, shall we? Take the short route down. That's what I'm not. Ooh, that's done.
Maybe agriculture's Poppy's specialist field.
Yeah, we are going to get to some annoying little bits because Tora's field things for field skills are rather annoying, but
We got company!
Cyclone smash!
Tiny Master
With this freeze,
Can do anything! Scatter shot! Daring shot!
Come on.
Masterpon, watch out!
Thanks, Poppy!
Your wish is Poppy's command!
You're not going to get to a volcanic storm because you don't get higher than level 1, so...
Scatter shot!
Volcano break!
Dentage! Cyclone smash! Can do anything!
Now it gets interesting.
I'm getting
And
fired
also
up!
means we can probably... Yeah, we can get some of Poppy's skills done a bit quicker as well with me controlling her. Poppy QT skill 6, isn't it?
This very nice!
Because we've got a long way to go with trust on her, so... It can take a while, so... Anyway, the reason I'm controlling Tora is because Tora still has access to the volcano. But also... We've also got a blade that can launch, which I think we do. We can now smash as well, because QT player has a smash art. Which means we can do a full driver combo, which we couldn't do.
We got company!
Poppy will protect
Eat it.
Masterpon! Poppy and Masterpon have strong bond!
Dora and Poppy fight as one!
Strong
Not going to quick enough this time, though.
Keep on spinning!
Here goes
Poppy! Dead fool! Show you how it's done! Poppy Alpha operating
Side! Give it all you got!
Stone! Topple!
Tasty?
Cyclone smash! Tora
Tiny Masterpon!
Most normal launch up has a
Scatter shot!
Choice stone! Break!
Systems!
Super! Volcano break!
Great!
Tora
Okay,
and Poppy
job done.
fight as one!
So, check this. I can't remember.
Tora, just
I want to check what the open
Yeah.
what boost the open
Culture's
chip
coffee
gives, because that
specialist
could be
feel.
useful for us. What have I? Soon find. Hang on, no. Not doing that one. No, Blade weapon, cool chips. It's not a tank chip. Need block rate on it. So it will be useful in due course, I'm sure. So it's like a tank chip of sorts.
We got
No,
company!
we're going to ignore the blob. We're far enough away from it, we won't do this much damage. Hopefully. I know I seem to just be running with her. So I'm trying to avoid too much in the way.
Tora can handle
Combat
this!
where possible.
Poppy will protect
I was. I forgot where I was for a second.
Axe twist!
Go, Masterpon!
Spinning! Cutter!
Okay, we'll get the top one. No, top
You
one.
fight
Let me do it.
Okay,
Azami!
Go! Was waiting for this. Are you ready for Poppy?
Watch out! Stone! Break!
Show you how
Always
Poppy will
happy!
protect
Always with you!
Poppy Alpha
Wild
operating
side.
maximum efficiency.
Dumbly dumbly!
Ether anchor.
Steady!
Wing smash!
Break!
Tiny Masterpon.
I got it! Watch me work!
Roger, Masterpon. Now the nice healing.
Shake!
One big one coming up.
This'll be over before they know
Axe twist. Eat it.
Shot.
Azami.
Finally calm. Puppy has
Daring. Rock.
Well, you can actually get the driver combat in this one. I didn't realise that. So now we'll get the drive the
Wing smash. Wild side.
no, not the next one.
Cyclone smash.
Now the time to get some healing.
Azami.
Calm. Puppy Alpha operating at full power.
A scout.
There we go. Lovely. Cash. Always a bonus. Right. I think I know where this goes.
Tora can handle this.
I didn't really want this fight today.
Steady.
Strong smash.
Drill.
Let me do it.
Okay, man.
Eat it.
Feel good? Defense protocol.
Azami.
Really calm.
Go. Jaguar.
And hit. Just so.
Nice and quick.
Cyclone smash.
Wing
smash.
Give it all you got.
Puppy will protect Master
Thanks for that.
Now there's a chance to get some healing done.
Steady.
I got it. Watch me work.
Thanks, Puppy.
Master Pond, awaiting orders. Your wish is Puppy's command.
See if I can try and get them up a full driver combo. Full blade combo, so whenever you have the time to get them.
Always have been. Always will. Cyclone smash.
Pow. Cannon.
Yeah.
I'm the tool for the job.
Defense protocol activated.
Thanks.
Strong smash.
All right. All power to win.
Systems. Eat it.
Thanks.
Axe twist.
Puppy will protect Master Pond.
Rock. Wild side.
Always have been.
Always will.
Protocol activated.
Cyclone smash.
Cutter.
So tell me, what's your body made from?
Poppy could tell you, but then Poppy would have to kill you.
Dora, just take a peek
In
here.
my
Here
experience,
we go. Not a lot, okay. Sorry, I was looking at the difference between the path and all. Never mind. Up we go. I missed a collection point, never mind, I'll go back for it. This way. It's a detour, really. Actually, no, it will get off that if it gets it. No. I believe, from memory, there's some chests back this way. A couple of chests back this way. Takes us right back to where the rituals.
Darkness, heed me.
It is good to dwell on the past from time to time.
There is one that back. There is something back that way, but we haven't got the enough of the relevant field skills to do it, unfortunately.
Dora can handle
Didn't
this.
progress in the way we did.
Keep eye on it.
Steady.
Puppy and Master Pond have strong bonds.
Strong smash.
Cutter.
Too slow.
Axe twist.
Awaiting orders. Just keep your finally calm. Strong bonds.
Spinning. Cutter.
Just so.
Protocol activated.
Just so. Armor push up.
Puppy Alpha operating at. Here goes Puppy.
Power to weapon systems.
Show you how it's
Wiggle.
done.
Wild side.
Puppy will protect Master Pond.
Go.
Now there's a chance to get some healing done.
Watch me work.
Cutter.
Axe twist.
Steady.
Azami.
Finally calm. Your wish is Puppy's command.
Do it.
Just so. daring
Wrong.
I am wrong. Always
Scatter.
Always
Cyclone Rated shield!
Rules.
It take more than that to beat Tora and friends!
We're all amazing!
Not that we can use a Geon yet, but what we need to quickly do is go to Morag. No, sorry, Blades, and get Geon open onto Morag. And he'll make our third unique blade on Morag.
My name is Aegean. Let my sword be your safeguard. Hello there.
So can I very quickly just put that chip we bought earlier onto a Geon? We don't need block rate on him. High crit and high damage, which is what she gives us. As far as I'm concerned, because he's another one. He's another evasion to Blade, so Blade that's more of an evasion based Blade than a all out attack Blade. So
Fishy, fishy.
down this way, grab that collection points. And then rather than fighting our way down this waterfall thing, there is a path to one side of it somewhere. We'll take the short route down. So each they just slide their way in. Which will end us at a handily a cutscene in this whole area.
My lady.
For the last time, I'm fine. Why don't you just worry about yourself?
But...
You got to admire Sheled over there. He just put it right out there.
Hmm?
And here I am. Dromark. I'm gonna put myself to the test. Right here. I've decided.
My lady. Very well.
This mist makes me feel like I'm swimming through the cloud sea.
This mist is produced when a fossilized Titan body reacts with the atmosphere. It's why it's so hard to breathe down here.
Nia?
What now?
Are you in pain?
I'm struggling to breathe like everyone else. And I'm a little dizzy, that's all.
Oh, right. When that happens, it's best to just try and empty your head of all thoughts.
What?
It's an old salvager trick. When you swim down deep, it feels like your head's going to implode. You just go with it, don't fight it. Then you stop noticing the pressure. Why not give it a go?
Empty my head, eh? You mean I have to start acting as daft as you? Tall order?
Hey, that's not very nice.
Everyone, over here! Tora think this way lead down.
It certainly doesn't look like a natural formation.
Maybe it was grave robbers.
There's not too much worth stealing round here. Well, apart from...
Whatever it was that Adam hid down here.
Just a guess. It's possible that Jin and his accomplices have been here.
Then, they found out about the sunken ship and went to Argentum.
Still just a guess, but a pretty good one.
Then there won't be anything left to find, will there? Sheesh.
Well, if that was the case, then you'd expect them to already have the third sword.
But they clearly don't have it.
No, I do not think Adam would let the sword be so easily found.
No point in worrying. Let's just press on.
So this area can be a little confusing.
Congratulations.
And I may well get lost as a result. That won't occur in a second. No, maybe not. Should have probably restocked some nice pair of jellies on our way up here, but there you go. So, try not to get into combat, but...
Strong smack! Make haste and retreat! Eat it! Axe twist!
Just in time.
Rock! I am rock! Always have been! Always will be! Wild side! Stop! Wing smack! Steady! I got it! Watch me work! Okay, sure. Eat it! Shot! Leave it to power systems! Super! Yeah! Axe twist! Dented shield! Rock! I am rock! Always snapping! Always will! Great! Well done! Steady!
And we've got a smash there as well. You notice that was done by... I'm sure it smashed, it wasn't us. But we might actually get to level 3, level 3 special. Just about. We will, won't we? Another break would be nice, Nia, if you could be so kind. She tried. We should get Poppy's level 4, we should finish the fight, hopefully.
Preparing to strike.
She's a bit that finish it off. That's the first tough one. There we go. Opal chips. So we get some opal chips from down here. Okay, that's cool. Need to pick that up, but I don't want to fight war.
Keep eye on it. Strong smack. Tora and Poppy, steady. Drill. I've got it well in hand. Spinning. Kata. Eat it.
Awaiting orders.
Ha. Okay. Rock. I am rock.
Part of the reason I'm using the special so frequently. If I want to make sure the aggro stays on them, particularly when we change to QT, sorry.
Azami!
Finally called!
Armor crusher! Spinning! Kata!
Let's have another break here, please.
And hit!
Cut that.
Daring shot! Spinning! And hit! Rocks! I am rock! Cyclone smash!
Now she'll break. She will.
I shall defend you to the last.
Feel good? Eat it! Ha! Dented shield!
Master Pawn, watch out!
Thanks, Poppy! Great! Scatter shot! Sure.
went out of turn. Oh, running on heat. Okay. Didn't realise that. Get a top limit as well, what do you reckon? No, not quite.
Watch me work!
We don't need to get to level 3 on this one, unfortunately.
You are amazing! Poppy is more bladey than real blade!
I am Scattershot! Always have been, always will be!
Wild side!
Alpha by nature! Alpha by nature!
There we go. That was nice and prompt. Swift evasion would be useful. Right, where am I going? This way, I think. One of the routes is a dead end, and I wasn't going down the one.
Flora
Same one
heals
does.
an aching soul.
I guess. Oop, that's a mistake.
Tora can handle
A
this.
really big mistake. Need to get to land before we get absolutely buried. As long as I stay alive, that's the main thing. Selfish as that sounds, gives me way back up. Way back up is past that plant, I think. Is it over there on that bridge? There's a way up there. Ignore the plant, all the stuff that's there, and hope we don't die in the meantime. Up we go. Ignore this one. If it aggroes us, it hasn't. Good. So give it a chance to, I think is the answer there. And try and not aggro the worm. I think this one's a dead end. Yep, it's dead end with. Ooh, no, don't move. I could just ignore it, I guess, but.
Let us make use of it now.
Strong smack! Azami!
I know, it's my turn.
The enemy seems to have win.
QT, ready for battle! Master Pontiff is low.
I got it. Watch me work.
Get some healing going.
For sure!
Don't make dreams crazy. We're gonna lose. Just give me the words.
Might be
Kept us
later.
waiting, haven't you?
Ready to the sea border. Just give me the X and we will protect them.
Let me do it!
Always action.
For sure!
Poppy is waiting for
Wild side!
protocol activated.
Magnificent.
Thanks for the support.
God, hold on.
Good.
Reporting it.
Great work.
Alright, got about half an
What is inside box?
Opening protocol
Sweets or
in-
treats
Open
or
up.
socks?
It is good to dwell on the past from time to time.
This was not the time.
Flora heals an aching soul.
Oh God, Tora, your animation, your some of your vocal stuff is so annoying. That's the way we came. This is where we want to go.
Flora heals an aching soul.
Come to Mama.
We can't do anything with Azami skill chart until we've got enough botany to do level 7. We can't do get any more botany levels out of Azami because we need to unlock a chart, so we're stuck at level 4 between those two, so we have to come from the core on blades at the moment, I think. Which is unfortunate. Yes, there is a bridge there, but yes, that bridge will also break, if I recall correctly. Yep, you're going up it. No, don't aggro me, thank you. I'm trying to avoid aggro at all costs at the moment. I just need to keep heading up the helical ballista. I don't think we're going to avoid aggro with this one.
We got company!
No! You fight Poppy!
Big
Boost! Poppy will protect Masterpon! Let's go, Masterpon!
Drill! Strong smack!
Defense protocol
Let me do it.
Power on!
Azami!
Poppy!
Poppy was waiting for this.
Systems!
And hit!
Poppy will protect you!
Daring shots! Power to weapon systems! Healing halo!
Cross! I am rock!
Always will!
Cyclone smack! Now the chance to get some healing done.
Steady!
How do I too late for that? Never mind.
I missed! Wild side!
I got it. Watch me work. Magnificent.
Okay, then. Break.
Scatter shot!
Masterpon! Enemy is getting distracted!
Dented shield!
Power swipe! Azami!
Sonata protocol! Now the chance to get some healing done.
I am rock.
Wild side!
Weapon.
We gonna
Always will be. Great game.
Kept waiting! Cyclone smash!
Big boost! Break!
No! You fight Poppy!
Drill!
Just give me
The
the
enemy seems to have
I got it. Watch me work. Magnificent.
Poppy will protect Masterpon!
Thanks for the support!
Axe twist!
Now's our chance to get some healing done.
For sure!
Boost!
I am rock. Always have been. Always will.
Shall defend you to the last, my lady.
Wild side!
Good timing, Masterpon!
Pow, pow! Weapon systems!
Magnificent.
Wing smack!
Denial protocol!
Thanks for the support!
Well, I'm not putting anything. I'm just going to check if I've actually got anything on Poppy PC because
Dented shield!
I got it. Watch me work.
Poppy
Alpha by name, Alpha by nature!
Volcano topple.
Tasty? No complaining, warrior!
Axe twist!
Super.
Ha! Ha!
Wrong point. I've got it.
we got down here. Defensive. I'm just going to check what we've got on Poppy QT because she seems to be a bit weak with her damage. Relatively speaking. Oh, not a lot is the answer. Okay. Yeah. I want the evade. I want the crit on that, so.
Big power up!
Leave her as a tank. Yeah, I'm going to keep her at a tank. They're already set apparently. trying to get some. Look at those. Vendetta would be a good one. We haven't got that unlocked yet, unfortunately. Stealth of any sort, because she's a courage, evasion, dash, front attack, fusion, combat, delivery, attack boost, intense chemistry. Nice effect, mental attack up. Life drain. Life drain. So HP each time an enemy is defeated. No, don't need that crap. Movement heal. Yeah, we could put that on there, I suppose. Night vision. That's limited in its use. By 40%. Yeah. Spot defense, sunlight. Accuracy during the day, swift evasion. No. So that's what goes onto the show. Yeah, no. Let's just knock on those vital charges, a couple more vital charges. I'll just chuck that in a second. Which one's it on? Special enhancing RAM. So, special enhancing RAM. I'd like to use that level 3, but we've got the crystals to use, and I'll save some when we get Cutie Pie. But
Dora, just take a peek here. Agriculture is Poppy's specialist field.
Tora does a pretty good job of staying healthy, so hope we managed to not get aggroed by that one. Good.
Dora, just take a peek here.
Flora heals an aching soul.
Come on in. Let's get through this. Oh, we've got about 25 minutes. I'm not going to get to the end of this section by the end of this video, I don't think. So let's do a little family around.
We got company!
Surrounded by dangers of this.
No! You fight Poppy! Drill! Ha! Poppy will protect Master Pond! Go, go, Master Pond! Ha! Spinning!
I've got it well in hand.
Just give me the heads up!
Let us make use of it now.
Systems!
Always have been, always will.
Poppy Alpha!
Cyclone smack!
Maximum emissions!
Enemy seems to have wind.
Stop. Steady. Drill.
A choice cut indeed.
Good timing, Master Pod.
Axe twist. Eat it.
Leave it to Pound.
No, it's not static in the sword.
Get some healing. Master Pond,
Part of the reason for that is I don't actually know his animation pattern very much.
This feels great.
Scatter shot.
Poppy will protect friends.
Cyclone smash.
Do you think it's tasty?
Let me do it.
Power to weapon systems.
I'm not really truly getting it. Oh, we've got a fish.
Armor crusher.
Spinning cutter.
Just so. The enemy's element is now wind. I'll shoot him down. No problem. Got it. One coming up.
This'll be over before they move us.
Poppy ready to receive orders. Your wish is Poppy's command.
Exactly that particular fish is new, isn't it?
Strong smacks for the support.
It was a bit like...
Master Pond. Enemy is getting distracted.
Scatter shot. Let me do it.
Okay. Poppy ready to receive orders. Poppy will this will make things easy.
Daring shot. Wild side.
Feeling super.
Now the chance to go healing.
Right there. Steady. Drill.
Poppy will protect Master Pond.
A bit like...
Good.
A choice cut indeed.
Ready for
The enemy's
battle.
element is now.
Denial protocol.
Thanks for the support.
Poppy wishes to attack. Needs balance knuckle systems. Denial protocol.
Volcano ring.
Rock. I am rock.
Always have been. Always
Wild
will.
side.
Dented shield.
Denial protocol.
Nicely done.
Smack. Volcano.
Oh, fucking hell.
Diver combo. Complete.
Didn't see that one.
I'm the tool for the job.
Why not?
Here goes Poppy.
Power to weapon systems.
Long stone.
Twist.
And of course, it happens to be when I'm not in the right one.
Sure. For sure. Rock. I am rock.
Always have been. Always will.
Come on.
You'll never succeed like that.
Enemy seems to have ice.
Timing, Master Pond.
Wing smash.
Poppy wishes to
No
attack.
effect.
Going for the distress.
Didn't work.
Wild. I've got it well in hand.
Common.
Scatter shot. Master Pond.
You should accept healing when you can.
Yeah. A problem, see.
My boy.
There's Rex. I'm not going to be able to train this at the moment anyway, so...
Understood. This'll make things easy.
Break.
Daring shot.
You should accept healing when you can. Tasty activated. Master Pond. No complaints for ya.
Rex again.
Such a vulgar beast.
Stop. Break.
Jaguar slash.
Let us make use of it now. Stone.
Timing, Master Pond. I see you're in need of my
Long
expertise.
stone.
Poppy wishes to attack.
Smack. Stone.
This'll be over before they move us.
Master Pond. Roger, Master Pond. Boreas is gonna show you how it's
Volcano
done.
ring.
No time to rest, Rex.
That's my bad, Tora.
Dented shield.
Daring shot.
Poppy will protect them.
Yeah, we definitely aren't going to get that freeze time.
Master Pond.
Especially when Rex can't see the stage to keep space stood up, which is...
Poppy is waiting for this.
Let us make use of it now.
I see you're in need of my expertise.
No time to rest, Rex.
I will save
That's
you.
my bad, Tora.
This is a
Just
disaster.
so.
I can never test subjects like this.
Leah's gone. We're almost there now, so.
Are you
Rock,
sleeping,
I am
Leah?
Rock.
It's time
Always
to
have been, always
Send
will
Tora's
be.
body back to Torrigal.
Drat.
It's fine. We'll get them yet.
Plus, our puppy draws up to level 5,
I
so
feel
if
like that was my fault.
some victory. We've now got all her battle
One
skills,
step
all
closer
her
to becoming real Blade?
arts fully, her specials all done. We can't do that yet. We haven't got the right people in the party because we haven't got. No, God, it's taken us all the way back to where. Seriously? Oh. It's taken us all the way back to below the cloister. So we didn't quite get to the. No, we're not gonna. Just gonna spam it and run away. And run up the cloister. I'm not gonna fight anything. I'm just gonna run now. So we've done all these already. Either way, I managed to pull a few driver combos off there. Quite good. Because they weren't unique monsters, unfortunately, we only got relatively minor things off of them. If you smash unique monsters, you get quite a substantial boost to your you get like extra core crystals and decent core chips. Unfortunately, some monsters, as you'd expect, do better, produce better things than others, but on a standard monster, you don't get particularly special. And the open chips are useful, don't get me wrong, could be useful. But you've already got electromite chips for the characters we want, so.
How did they find Tora?
Just gonna run away, basically.
How did they find Tora?
Bloody snakes that back us out.
We got company.
Oh no, please go away.
That hurt.
Done the one you said was the light. Whoops. Light, sorry.
We got
Down
company.
this way. Go away. I don't want to fight with you. I'm not playing your game. Yeah, I'm fed up with. Well, fed up with. We've done quite a lot of. We've been going new 2 hours. We've not really made any progress at all. So, partly because we keep getting drawn into fights with just standard overall monsters. At least when we get to our next cutscene.
Rex? We've come a long way. I think it's time for a break.
What? But... Hold your horses. There's a long way to go yet. Hey, you two near. Come rest your head on my lap if you like.
Why don't you rest your head in your ass?
I'm sorry, everyone. I had no idea.
There's no need to apologize. I understand.
Poppy, now is good time to cool drive furnace.
Aye, aye, Master Pawn.
Hot.
Master Pawn, Poppy is sorry.
Emergency air. It might help.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, not like that. You have to hold your nose and then inhale really deeply. Now stretch out and puff out your chest.
Is this another of your salvager tricks?
Go on, just try it.
Whoa, that really did the trick.
Right? When I was starting out, this was one of the first things the other salvagers taught me. Even though they acted like my parents, they never really taught me anything worthwhile. I did manage to pick up a couple of useful tricks, though.
Parents. Blah. My dad was real enough, but I can't say he really taught me anything either. He was a well-known lord in Gormott, a real big cheese. He made me study hard, but it was all how to be a proper lady, which fork to use. Nothing that's doing me any good now, just useless shite.
You were some kind of high society princess. I can't picture it.
Shut it, you. I hated studying. But, looking back, those were the happiest times of my life. There was my dad, and my big sis, the three of us.
You had a sister?
Yeah. She was very frail. I spent a lot of time at her bedside. My dad brought doctors from all over to try and help her. He tried so hard. It was all he thought about. After that point, my memories aren't so happy.
Nia?
Dad spent all his money on chasing a cure and lost his position as a lord. From then on, we became drifters. It was a tough life. It took its toll on my sister. She died not long after. Anyway, I'm sorry for talking your ear off. Thanks for the salvager trick. It really worked. Sneaky git. If you had this all along, why did you hold out on me? I feel much better. Shall we go, Rex?
I don't normally say too much about the cutscenes, but a slightly strange one, that one. And the reason I say it's a slightly strange one is because we got backstory, some of that's new as backstory, but we got no, what's the word I'm looking for? No, sort of, if you look at Zeke's cutscene in the previous one, we had sort of a cutscene within the cutscene, like sort of showing us her showing us his backstory. We don't get that. Interesting. Something I never noticed before. Only reason I mention it. Anyway. Do some serious running in a second. No, not that way. Here's me way down. Now for this. Right, there are some chests in here, but I'm just going to put this my way around. This way actually I'll run right past them.
What is inside box? Sweets or treats or socks?
Cash is always a benefit. think this is a rock one, so we should be alright. I think rocks.
Darkness, heed me.
It is good to dwell on the past from time to time.
So how the lift we get out of here? So I don't really want to be backskilling. There we go. Don't fight with me, thank you. We just come. No.
Darkness, heed me.
It is good to dwell on the past from time to time.
So we've actually hit a barrier because I've been trying to rush through it. Drat. We can get around one of those with relative ease. But the other one, not so much. I don't think we've got another way down that's not going to kill us if we drop down. I'll find out in a second though, I guess. Silly.
Fire, guide me.
It is good to dwell on the past from time to time.
That just lights things up. Grab that.
Maybe agriculture is Poppy's specialist field.
Then we'll go back out and see if we can find an alternative route down. Doesn't require field skills and doesn't kill us. It's fine. That's the way up. Probably not, but we'll see. Oh, there's a way down.
Dora, just take a peek.
From the right, that snake is a unique monster. The Aspar snake-type creature that's on the poison below is actually a unique monster, if I recall correctly. So, oh no, it's the.
We got company.
Oh, drats just.
How did they find Tora?
This one's a unique monster,
Apologize nicely.
which really is going to try and blitz past without getting wiped out quickly. Sorry, again, not just keep running until I find a way out of this cave. There we go. We should be far away enough now that it doesn't wake us up quickly. No, it's following us. Damn. Oh. I don't think we've been down here before. I don't tend to stay down here for very long. I just want to find the way out. If you need to get down there, now I've got a map, I've got half a chance of finding the way out of the forest. Which I'm guessing means following this bridge here, which is hard right there.
What is inside box? Sweets or treats or socks? We got company.
Run through. Oh, let's just take this back. Okay. I don't think we're healthy enough to drop onto that. We after that one though? Just step out. And there's obviously a way down to this one, which I couldn't see the ladder for because I'm blind. Never mind. There's the reach. Oh, we're going low enough. We should be.
And arrived. Ah, a vision burned into my memory.
Right. I think once we've opened this, done this section, we'll end the video.
Looks like the only way through is by force.
Poppy! Incendiary barrage!
Roger, Roger.
Whoa, stop, stop, stop! You want to bring the whole cave down on top of us?
It was joke.
Poppy has no such weaponry.
That wasn't funny.
Oh.
Does this also have something to do with your connection to the Aegis?
No idea. But look. No footprints. We're the first people here.
Then there could still be hope.
Right, guys, I think we're going to end things here today. Hopefully you haven't been too bored by my inability to play the game at the moment, it seems. And, well, at least we made some decent story progression. It didn't quite achieve what I was originally set out to do at the beginning of the video. Anyway, it's been a pleasure playing for you, and I hope you've enjoyed what I've done, and I'll see you next time. So, laters, guys.